What up, y'all? It is Jamba here with another video. This was actually sent to me by a good friend of mine. His name is his nickname is Big Cat. Thank you so much, Big Cat, for sending me this video. It's 6 minutes long. It seems it's a good length, a good title. I'm about to dig in, bro. Um, all right, what is this? Trishona and Siditi Des. I don't know who these people are. Explain these two women explain why they can't date guys with 9 to 5s. Oh lordy, the 9 to 5 conversation. I've seen clips of women talk, mainly black women, talk about why they can't date men who have 9 to 5s. Now, before I even dig into this, everyone is entitled to date whoever within reason, but as long as they're grown adults, to date whoever they want, consenting adults, and all that. And I mean, even if your standards are, you got to be 8 feet tall and play in the NBA, NFL, and the NHL, and even if you got ridiculous, stupid ass standards, okay, that's you're entitled, I guess, to those standards, whatever. Now we are also entitled to listen to them standards and say that they're stupid. So that being said, let's dig into this. I have no idea why. I don't know who these two women are, Trishona and Siditi Des. I'm not sure if their moms named them that. I don't know if they're rappers or something. I don't get it. But let's see what they got to say, man. Who knows? I might agree. Probably not, but I might agree.
Got him smoking. So you like to be
What?
initiated.
Hold on.
He really may not be a man's man because he said his girl got him smoking. So you like to be
What?
initiated. You're not the initiator.
What? Because my girl got me
So
smoking.
I'm saying like you like to
What
you
else
like
she
to
got you
follow.
doing?
You don't like to lead.
No, I'm very comfortable in who I am.
I didn't even know this man was in the thing, but all right.
Honestly,
I like that, Jay.
that what makes me more of a man's man. If you want to be technical.
Yeah, because I wish I could tell my nigga what to do and he listen.
Damn, that's
That's because
unfortunate.
she want a maid, not a man.
But he's a maid.
He's a maid.
He said he listen.
I'm a maid.
He's not
'Cause
a
I
maid.
listen.
You said you.
What
like
makes
to-
you a maid?
I don't know. That's Des word.
What makes somebody a maid?
What Trishana's looking for?
Yeah.
Okay, my friend.
This is edited kind of weird because it seems like I missed, and I'm not about to find the longer clip. So just bear with me because I'm trying to figure out the context, and maybe they can talk about the 9 to 5 in a bit.
Trishana Hill is looking for a man to come when she's out working all day, like today.
Mhm.
When she goes home, she want him to be sitting there on the bed, dick out, ready to rub her feet with some oil, maybe have cooked for her, fuck her good.
I swear, a lot of us black people, we live in what I like to call, well, I didn't come up with this term. We live in, a lot of us, I should say, live in bizarro land where, and I'm not saying that that we all need to adhere to the quote unquote gender roles, but this notion that you want a man to just be home and be on the bed ready with his dick out and the food's cooked and you just, I don't. I mean, what kind of fantasy? I mean, look, I guess there's some guys who are willing to be that guy. I mean, I guess there's some guys who their only job is to play Xbox at the house all day while the girl is at work, and maybe he drops her off in her car, and then he's at home playing Madden, eating Cheetos, watching Maury. Maybe he cooks some funky ass spaghetti, and then she come home and they eat the spaghetti. I don't really know. Like this is a weird. I mean, look, to each their own. But this is so weird. That's a weird scenario. I don't know any self-respecting man who is just gonna be. I'm gonna wait for my girl to get home from work, and I'm gonna have my dick out. It's like I don't. This is strange. This is. I'm not saying that it needs to be the opposite necessarily, but this is just weird.
After she gets fucked, she want to lay back down, get rubbed on, talk about her day. She want to go to sleep before him watch her sleep to make sure nobody comes in the house to get her. And then, and when he can go to sleep is when she wakes up to go back to work.
So let me ask you something. Are you want to pay for that?
And she's willing to pay.
I am.
Not him per se, but when
Where the camera at? We're hiring right now
for a man.
For a man.
Oh, I thought she had a man because I was confused. So she doesn't have a man. These are two attractive women. They're not necessarily my cup of tea, but they're both, I guess, attractive. You know, I wouldn't. I might, maybe would approach the girl in the glasses. Maybe I would never approach the girl to the left. Not because she's not attractive. I just don't think that we would be, just off of like the looks aesthetic and how she's, her aura, her vibes. I just don't think are congruent with my vibes. So that would just be a, I just, but the other girl, she seems more approachable. Um, but that's neither here nor there.
Hiring right now to do everything that Dad said, the following, and
She's hiring
we
for
will
a
negotiate
man.
the price. Yeah.
Now, she said that she's hiring. So here's what a bunch of dumbass niggas are gonna do. Excuse my language, but this is the truth. Guys are gonna listen to this and be like, "Oh yeah," like, and slide into her DMs, X, Y, and Z. But the fact of the matter is that the guy who she wants to provide for has to look like Trevante Rhodes, has to look like, Michael Ealy in Barbershop. You know what I'm saying? So you have to fit a certain aesthetic. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with men who fit this aesthetic, but you can't be an average motherfucker and apply and qualify for this weird stay-at-home dick position. You know what I mean?
She'll pay for that.
Full time required.
So you gonna pay for that dick?
You know, save them.
All right, so let me.
Save who?
Save them and throw them back.
Save?
If I'm requiring that much out of you, I will take you from your job, and when I'm done with
Job?
you, I'll take you back to your job.
So wait, we like say you can't.
This is sick. I'm glad I ain't got no one in my family who thinks like this. This is like very weird. Like her how she's like even saying it. Even if a guy talked to a woman in the way in which she's talking to men, it would be low key kind of sick and fucked up. Take her from her job and use them up and then throw them back. Like it's weird. And I know often men use this rhetoric of give her back to the streets, but we still kind of call it out though, for the most part. But I don't know.
And they would have got a job.
Do you have a job, Jay?
Yes.
Okay, well, I cannot deal with you. The reason why I can.
Oh God. Black women, please, I'm trying, please. You got a job? Yes, I can't deal with you. Why are we like this? Let's see her response. Let's see her response.
She said it as a, like, it was like an option. Like,
no, it's not an option, and that's what I was gonna say. Rule respect to your girlfriend. That's not what
she's
I.
not gonna take it personally.
Yeah,
she
don't.
know
I
we
can't
working.
take anybody that got a job either. That's why I said I would.
Why
I don't
not,
want
though?
nobody with a job because
we want to go.
Wait. Did she also? Well, it doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me either because this is the title of the video. But let's rewind here.
Why
I don't
not,
want
though?
nobody with a job because
we want to go to Jamaica to see your girl's family, and you can't because you
got
gotta
We've been
go
to
to
that.
when it comes.
But you can't tell them like, oh, I gotta go to Jamaica tomorrow.
True.
Like you
I don't
gotta.
have to.
No, but when it
So
comes
you could just
to,
leave your job
I mean,
anytime. Like you told us we had to push the time back because you didn't get off work till a certain time. Like that
Yeah.
already is like a hassle.
okay.
No, but
That's a red flag.
for me, no,
Not a red
it's
flag.
not a red flag. But
Bro, the black community is fucking cooked. And I'm not going to say that most black women think like this. I honestly don't think that they do. But there's a good contingent of percentage of them who think on the spectrum of this sort of logic.
for me personally, because I know when a lot of people say, "Oh, I can't date a man with a job," a lot of people on the internet take it to offense. But me,
I'm not offended. I just think it's stupid. I'm not like offended by it. I'm not missing out. It's not like black men are being like, ooh, they don't date men with jobs. Ooh, I'm real offended. I can't date Trishona. Oh no, she was my wife. Like black men. I don't think men are like. Maybe some men might be triggered by it. But I don't think we're just missing out. I don't. That's just me though. I'm not. And this is no disrespect to them. Necessarily, I just
destiny cannot date a man with a job. One, because I'm very spontaneous, and I need
spontaneous is not conducive to a long-term relationship. I'm gonna repeat: spontaneity. Girls like spontaneity, cool, but it's not conducive to a long-term relate. It's not, because that's not how life really works. When you have when you have responsibilities, when you have stuff that you can't just be, that's just not how it works. Like a lot of women unfortunately kind of treat life as like a like a game, in a sense of it's I don't I'm not this is a sign, in my opinion, of like immaturity. I'm not saying that life needs to be monotonous. You can certainly have surprises and things and plan, like, hey, we're gonna plan this trip on, you know, I don't know, next month or whatever. Like, on that trip, we might go here, we might go here. Like the spontaneity, like I get it's important, but to say I can't date a man with a job because I like spontaneity, then what if you get into an actual relationship with that person, have kids with that person? You can't be spontaneous when you have kids who go to school. You know what I'm saying, people?
But wait, Jay, before you get to leaning back and breaking the chair. What I'm saying is, and I also need a man to understand where I'm at in the moment that I'm at. Like, I probably will have a week where I work so much, and then I have a week where I don't work at all. You get what I'm saying?
What does she even do? I'll read the comments later.
So as an entrepreneur, it's like it's very up and down, and I just want somebody to understand the mental state that I'm in.
What the other thing that's stupid, want to know what's really stupid about what she's saying as well, is that most entrepreneurs, if she's an entrepreneur, okay, cool. But wouldn't it be more conducive to date a guy who has a steady income, or like a steady job, so that she is able to best be entrepreneurial? Because entrepreneurs, to my understanding, it's sometimes it's up, sometimes it's down, sometimes you're doing well, sometimes you're not. Like, you know, so when it makes sense to get with, hey, I'm pursuing this thing where it, has its ups and downs or what have you, then it will probably be conducive for me to be like, okay, I'm going to work with or be with a guy who has like a different, something a little bit more solidified. But that's just my logic. Now, I think her point is because if I can see her point, it's like, I want somebody on the same wavelength as me. But the issue is that, and I'm just going to be honest, a guy who's on that exact same wavelength, who is able to, I'm not sure how much money she's making, but they're not, I think that these types of men that she's wanting are not going to look for a woman like this for a relationship necessarily, especially if she's working weeks. It's like, why, if I'm a dude, I'll put it like this, and I'm gonna play the video. If I'm a dude who is making really good money as an entrepreneur, why would I want a woman who's also working a lot on a someone weekly basis, but she's free when she wants to, when I could just get with a woman who works at Denny's or Target? I'm just using these as an example, who has a lot more free time. She has her hours, and then when she's off, she kicks it with me. I provide X, Y, and Z. We're good. Why would I want to get with a woman who's just as ambitious as me when that person is not going to have a whole lot of time like that? So it's funny that she's saying that she wants a man who technically has all this freedom and shit, but there's times where she has to work, and has to work a lot. It's just not making sense.
Sometimes I get really, really depressed because I always have to show up for people. So then I'd be like, I want a man to be there to comfort me during that moment. I just feel like
So you want a maid too?
I don't want a maid. I want a man. We not the same.
Bro,
It sounds like you want him to be there.
They're both kind of, man. Big Cat, I'm trying, bro. I'm trying, Big Cat.
No, I don't. It's different, friend.
with all due respect, because you can call me like so many names, I can say this. With all due respect,
He about to get it off his chest. Get it off your chest, Jay. Spit it out. Say it with your chest. Back to the wall.
that is just, it's just
Say what
you got
gonna
it fucked
say.
up.
I got it fucked up. Okay.
Yeah. Because just because
Let's see what he got to say.
a guy has a job doesn't mean that he can't understand the things that you're going through.
Okay.
Just because a guy has a job doesn't mean he's not an entrepreneur.
That's also true. This is why what she's saying is stupid. You got a lot of men who he might even say, I bet you he says something like this. You have a lot of men who work regular jobs and then have a business on the side that they're growing or trying to figure that out while they got their main so you can. But these women will say, well, I'm going to wait until your business get off the ground. It's like, by the time my business get off the ground, I'm not going to want your stupid ass. Women would, a lot of women, y'all do not understand this concept of being there during the process. Y'all are not going to, a lot of y'all do not, especially black women, y'all do not understand this philosophy for some reason, and it bites you in the fucking ass. It does. White women understand this concept a little bit better, and that's why they tend to get married or tend to be in relationships going into their 30s, because they invested in that guy in their mid to maybe late and sometimes early 20s. And usually at that point, these men are not like making great money, but they're on the trajectory to make some pretty good money. It's just that you need to buy into it. A lot of black women don't want to buy into it until after the cake has already been baked, so to speak. So it's like that. It's like it's like that old. There's like that old farm story about the hen who's making the bread, and then you have all the other animals who don't want to pitch in to help to make the bread. And then once the hen makes the bread, she doesn't share the bread with all the other animals because they weren't there helping. It's like y'all don't like that was a simple fucking concept as a kid that a lot of y'all at fucking 28 years old still can't grasp.
And since we're here,
Yeah.
right? This is my first time ever having.
Remember the tale? Not I set the cat, not I set the dog, not I set the black woman. Do you want to help me? Hey, I'm working. I'm trying to build this entrepreneurship. Do you want to date and maybe we can build together? Not I said Keisha, not I said Latoya, not I said Trishona, not I said. Y'all get it? Go ahead.
Having a corporate job, but if you don't get
Really,
past
what made you go to the job?
To support my lifestyle, because my passion isn't
What made you get the job? What stupid ass question is that? Is that what she asked? Hold on.
To support my lifestyle, because
Hold on.
since we're here,
Yeah.
right? This is my first time ever having a corporate job, but if you don't get
Really,
past
what made you go to the job?
To support my lifestyle, because my passion isn't paying for the type of life I want, and I'm the type
happy
of
that you have a passion.
I'm the type of person that's going to get it no matter what.
Mhm.
But
So what's your
before that,
passion?
right? I mean,
This.
podcast.
So
I have 3
so
jobs.
you work to pay for this?
Yeah.
So instead of
Absolutely.
doing this full time and reaching out for like sponsorships and all that, you go to work.
You think
to
I don't
make
do
the
this
money.
full time?
Wow, a lot of y'all are just so lost and stupid. He has to work in order to pay his bills, in order to support himself. He can still, he got about, if he's working for like a 9 to 5, he still got a lot of hours in the day. He does the podcast, and he's about to say it. All the other stuff, like instead of working this full time, if he was podcasting full time, he wouldn't be able to keep the lights on because it's not generating the income. He has to wait until it builds up, dummy. This is so simple.
Oh,
No, I'm just asking.
I do this full time.
So then what time do you go to work?
I go to work around like 8 in the morning.
What time do you get off?
Depends, 4 or 5, but I'm
Okay,
I'm
then what time
doing
do you start podcasting?
probably 8 in the morning.
And then what time do you start?
Wait, you start podcasting at 8 in the morning, 8 at night.
I have to edit. I have to
true.
reach out to
But
sponsors.
so what time do you come here and then what time do you stop?
I come here whenever I need to.
Okay, so what time?
Whenever I need to.
What time
Today
is that?
could be 6, tomorrow could be 4.
Okay, and what time do you end?
I don't, honestly.
So what time are you leaving here tonight? So you mean to tell me you put 40 hours into this, the same 40 hours that you put into your job?
I don't put 40 hours into this.
What do you do?
I probably put like 100, honestly.
Yeah.
What the
Because there's also stuff that he's not. She's asking all these questions like fucking Inspector Gadget, but here's the other thing he's probably not talking about. While he's at the job, he's doing stuff for the podcast. How many of y'all understand that? How many of y'all understand that you can be at your job, type in at your cubicle or whatever the fuck he is, or his office, and get emails and do stuff for the podcast at the same time? When I do my jobs, when the little side jobs that I got to do, I'll be there coming up with shit for my career and thinking and brainstorming while I'm there, which some might not say is work, but to me it is work because brainstorming is a big part of what my career is. So sometimes you got people who work 2 jobs at the same time. So you could be working 40 hours at your current actual job, and then you can be working 5 or so hours while you're working that job, working at your other job. or in this case, his podcasting. He's all little nuances and stuff, but she's gonna keep asking these stupid ass questions.
That while you at work.
Yeah, I like when I'm working. Since it's an
What did I say? While he's working.
Interrogation, but since I'm working, I'm
not.
editing. No, it's fine. I'm editing. I'm on phone calls. I'm emailing people to get guests. I think
he could do all of that. Why do you think you have multiple tabs? Fuck. People at work got multiple tabs. You got people at work will have one tab. Like if a person is at his desk, he will have one tab on the shit that he's working on, the report or whatever the fuck he's doing for that corporation. And then on another tab, he will have stuff for his other job. Then on another tab, he will have the email for the in this case of the podcast, whatever, and emailing and sending stuff to people. On another tab, he might have some crypto stuff. He might be looking at his crypto portfolio, whatever, and keeping track of that, which some people might say is another job or his trading or what have you. It's called multitasking.
Probably reach out to y'all and talk to y'all while I was working. But
while he was working, I haven't seen this. I probably have seen this like a long time ago, but because we're men, I get what he's saying.
Still working this job, but I say to say back to you. I don't fault because you can have your own opinion, you can have your own preference. But what I would say is, I feel like when you say that you can't date a guy with a job, you don't really get to know his background, right? Like this is my first time
having. She don't give a fuck
having a job, right? I could be 100% entrepreneur, right, or somebody else, and you missed that. But go ahead. I like.
She doesn't care, bro. She doesn't care that a guy is having to work that thing and he has ambitions and he's working towards doing something bigger with his business or whatever. She doesn't give a fuck about that. She cares about, because she's at a certain space in life, she expects you to be at that same place or better. So she's just not going to have the patience for a man who's building his way up to anything. She just doesn't. A lot of them don't. Some do. Well, they might. If you look like Javante Rhodes, then you can damn near work at McDonald's on fries part-time and get fired. It doesn't fucking matter. So
this is what I would say. Thank you. You know, respecting a man's man.
Respect the mic, respect the man.
True, respect the mic and respect the man.
She is attractive though. She isn't. She's wearing like makeup and shit. A lot of y'all don't need as much makeup, but you're on YouTube, so whatever. It's just and again, because when I see stuff like this, it makes me be less likely to ever approach some of y'all. But I'm not going to hold other women against that. I'm not going to hold that against women who look like this just because of her opinions. And I got to be fair.
I can't say is everybody is not equal and everybody is not made the same. So everything is not for everybody. And I respect you having a job to fund your passion. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I scammed to fund mine. And
show then me when we done.
No. I told God I would never.
You scammed. Now, I don't want to be a dick. She said she scammed to fund hers. There was some, I wouldn't put it past me. When did this come out? This came out a year ago. It wouldn't put it past me if she also did a little bit of box selling. When I'm saying box selling, I'm not saying direct box selling. Here's the box, you exchange the box for the bread. But you know, sugaring, feet pics. I just don't think you just skip to scamming. If you're willing to go to stoop down to a level of scamming as a woman, you definitely have thought about or more than likely indulged in sex work. I think. I don't think she went straight to fucking scamming. I don't necessarily. My theory is that she sugaring, sugar baby, sugar daddy, something in that area. But that's just me. I can't prove it. I just think that if you're willing to do one as a woman, you're more than likely probably willing to do the other thing. But I'm not going to put that on her, but that's just what's going on in my brain.
told God I would never scam again if he just
Oh,
showed
so you
me
just
something
lied.
else.
Okay. Go ahead.
I didn't lie to God. I don't lie to God.
No, you just
Did
lied to me.
I said I scammed.
Oh,
She
with an
said she's
ED.
not going
Okay, I'm
back to
sorry.
it
I'm sorry.
'cause God
Okay,
changed her
go ahead.
life.
I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
I apologize.
I said I
I apologize.
scammed to fund my passion. Do you get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I respect you for doing something to fund your passion because that could be temporary. You know, having a job for you could be temporary. That might not be what you see for the rest of your life. But just to take that time to sacrifice to do that to fund a passion like this, in a few years this shit might blow up, which I think it will blow up. But for the person who I am in the space that I am in now,
right where she is now, because she doesn't have to work a job
For you.
it ain't for me.
That's perfectly
And
fine.
I will say too, all you got to do, look at me. All you got to do is write you a good business plan and get you a little loan to get you the funding to do this. Because I would have had to find a way out.
Yeah. I ain't got much more to say on that. I see what their logic was. I just
Meet your next pillow.
Oh, shut up. I just don't think it's very practical. But anyways, this is Jamba here. What do you think?